Hi, my name is Jim Wright, and I'm here to tell you about the Synth piezo pickup features on the Warr guitar. For example, this Warr guitar right here. These controls over here operate the magnetic pickups on the guitar, lets you do switching from the bridge to the neck pickups. You have volume. This is a piezo blend between the piezo pickups here in the bridge saddle and the magnetic pickups here on the front of the guitar. And this is a tone control, a passive tone control. Over on this side of the guitar are the MIDI features. First of all, we have on this side of the guitar a 13-pin DIN connector which carries all of the signal to your guitar synthesizer or your modeling unit, such as a VG8, VG88, or the new VG99. And up here are the actual controls. Both sides of this guitar are capable of triggering MIDI, so there's two sets of controls here for each side of the guitar. Right now I only have the guitar side hooked up. And you can see that if I play only synth, well, first of all, this switch allows me to choose whether I have synth only, guitar and synth together, or guitar only. Next to this is a volume control for the synthesizer. This volume control here is actually controlling my synthesizer on the floor. And this control here allows you to page up and down through the sounds that are in your synthesizer. Simple enough. The controls are repeated for the bass side of the instrument, which at this moment is not plugged into a synthesizer. But that's how it works. If you see a Warr guitar that has a group of controls over here and then another group of controls on the other side, it most likely is capable of triggering a synthesizer to some degree. Once again, we're triggering guitar synthesizers, so we have to use a 13-pin, what's called a 13-pin DIN connector. And this actually has 13 connections. There are 2 for each of the piezo bridge saddles that will control up to 6 strings. And then there's another lead which gives you the actual guitar signal out through this cable, so you don't have to use the output jacks on the front of the guitar. This cable goes into either a synth device, and Yamaha, Axon, and Roland make devices that use this format. In my case here, I'm using a Roland device. I like the Roland devices. I think they're very easy to use and they work really well. They also work, this 13-pin cable will also work with what's known as a modeling device, like the Roland VG8, VG88, or VG99. And what that does, as opposed to synthesis, is instead of, when I hit the synthesizer, for example, there's a device that has to read this note and try and figure out what the fundamental is, and then use that to trigger a synthesizer. When you have a modeling device, it takes the signal out of the piezo pickups here in the bridge saddle, and it actually uses that sound and squeezes it to sound, for example, like, say, a Les Paul guitar going through a Marshall amp. Or you can make it sound like a Guild 12-string acoustic guitar. It's pretty amazing. So there's much less delay with modeling devices than there is with synth devices. You get a couple of milliseconds of delay with a synthesis unit. Pretty negligible, especially on the higher strings. The lower you go in pitch, the more delay you get. But if I sit here and play repeated notes, you can see how quickly this thing triggers. Get a better sound. Pretty fast triggering, just about as fast as I can do repeated notes.